What's going on, everybody? What's going on? My apologies for being late as usual. But as you all can see, we are here. I had to work. So, oh man, hold on 1 second. Let's get this going. I'm going to pull this on up. How y'all doing? We live. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hit the 4 if you can. If you can hear me, hit the 4. Oh, we got some stuff to do. Y'all. So I wanted to kick this off with millionaire money minds, but we're gonna get into Mademoiselle.
And Dr.
She did a part 2 to the school Umar promised still doesn't exist. She did a part 2 to this. And this was done 5 days ago. You guys told me, hey, lady, it look like you might want to check this out. So we're going to check this out. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. Is it what's today? Wednesday? Today, oh God, today Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We almost there, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Thank you so much. Y'all all right? Oh man, it's such a good day today. It's so nice outside. Hopefully you guys were able to get outside and enjoy the sunlight a little bit. So it is so nice outside. So hopefully after I go live tonight, because I'm not going to be too long with this and with the Candice live, because I do have to go to the office tomorrow. Y'all, because work is work. Work doesn't end. It never ends. It never ends. Got to keep working. Something Umar does not want to do. I think we can all agree that Umar just doesn't want to get a job, right? Umar doesn't want to get a job. That's all this is. He don't want to get a job. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Sometimes it's things happen with work and it's unexpected and it may push me back. That's why I hate that I have to push back the time like that. It's easier for me to just, if I don't schedule it in advance, then you guys will be like, well, we didn't know you were going live and everybody else is live. And you got to tell us when you're going live, lady. Look. But you guys can see it's very hard for me to do during the week. But we're here. So let's get to it. Y'all ready? Francisca, shout out to you. All my mods, y'all. Shout out to all the mods. They all up in here. Miss Coco up in here. Can't wait. Long day at work again. I know. Saint, how you doing, honey? How's it going? We still praying for you, honey. We love you. Listen here. We got your back. Hello, LLC and fellow Luxers. Y'all come in and hit that like button. We about to have some fun. We're going to let the Mademoiselle lead the way. Oh, Tavares, how you doing, honey? Shout out to the mods, you all. I had to push this back so many times. You guys are like, you know what? I'll just wait till she, whenever it come up. Once again, I apologize, you all, but it's just hard during the week when I have a job. Y'all know that. But we're here. We're finally here. Thank y'all so much as well for your patience. You guys know I truly appreciate it. And I am just humbled that you guys still want to hang out with me after me being over an hour and 40 minutes late. Oh, Lord. If I could just hit the lottery, I promise you all I would. Then I can just do this full time, right? So we're going to be like, I don't care who goes live. I want y'all to know that for me. Let me say this while I'm big screen. I don't care who goes live. When we go live, we're live here in the LLC, okay? Hang out with me or catch the replay. And if you catch the replay, enjoy. But I got to go live when I go live. Does it make sense? I can't wait for other content creators to not go live. That's not how you do it. You can't do that. No, so shout out to all the great content creators out there that are live at the same time. But listen, we got a myriad of great content creators that are covering Umar the Oompa Loompa. And I have to go live when I do. It is what it is. That's it. Yeah, that sounds good. Because I know people have to mod and stuff between, and it's all good. I want you all to know that. Catch the replay. Catch the replay. I will not be upset. Please catch the replay, okay? It's all right. Listen, we won't get mad at you. Just catch the replay. All good. But I gotta go live when I can. We good to go? Y'all hit the 4 if you understand. We're here for it. So don't feel bad if you got a list. I got a mod for the other channel, LLC. Do what you got to do. It's all good. Just hit that like button, show your love, and catch the replay as well. Listen. I know how it is. It's all good. It's all good, honey. Oh, it was when LLC covered Candace. Y'all, we was lit last night though. Then I can start to be like Lennon. Oh no! Tavares that did it to me. Oh no! Is Lennon late like that all the time? I only catch his replays now. It's so hard for me to catch him live. The only way I can catch Lennon is on a replay. It's so hard to catch him live. Tavares said, "I'm like Lennon, Lord mercy." Well, I guess I should see 1,000 people show up. Oh no! Lennon, they said I'm acting like you. Is it for real that like? I at least tell you all in the comments. Do it. Does that count for nothing? Does that count for nothing? I did leave a chat in the comments. Did y'all see that? Look, I'm trying to make an excuse for it. Tavares said, I'm like, let it, Lord have mercy. Well, I better see 1,000 people show up in this live stream, damn it. Let 1,000 people show up in here. He can get 1,500 people in a live stream. Ciao, boo. Yo, okay. Oh, man. Oh, we here, y'all. We here. Y'all ready? Yeah. Oh, Tavares, we love you. Listen, the main reason why I'm covering Umar still is because Tavares is like, please don't stop covering him, LLC. Please don't stop covering the Oompa Loompa. We understand. I mean, because I see like so many other videos, covering Umar get thousands of views, right? And I'm like, man, I could do a whole breakdown of taxes and go over his, just research information or presentation Francisca put together. And it might get 300-400 views on it. And I'm sitting here like, oh no, we are not covering Oompa Loompa breaking down my analytics. No. Y'all, Tavares is like, please don't stop covering. So, we gotta get it in because Tavares is like, just don't stop. It makes my day. It helps me get through work. Yeah, that's a blessing to hear, actually. It's a blessing to hear when you all say, hey, you put a smile on my face. I had a long day at work. And girl, when you would lie, we've been laughing for an hour and a half. You have no idea how you made my day. That means the world to me. So for that reason, I keep going. All right. But I better see these views go up. I'm not playing. Lennon can get 1,500 people in a live stream. That's in a live stream. I'm like, what? I barely cracking that for views. We got to do better. We got to do better. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hype the video up, and share the live. Okay. Y'all got to share it. Post it on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, TikTok, on your YouTube channels. Post this up. We got to get the views up. Absolutely. There are thousands watching content on Umar. Let them watch the LLC videos too. Shout out to Tavares. We love you, honey. Miss Kogo up in here. Make sure you guys go check out Kogo's YouTube channel and show some love to Kogo. He's another fantastic content creator. Also helps us with these fantastic thumbnails you guys are getting kudos for. Y'all look at, man, do you realize how many people are saying these thumbnails are fire? Jay Witt is loving these thumbnails, y'all. I told him he can always can use the thumbnails. Use the thumbnails, Jay Witt, bro. You can. I don't mind sharing. We here in the Lux, in the LLC Deluxes, they're the ones creating these fantastic fire thumbnails. You guys are presenting works of art for these thumbnails, and they're getting a lot of attention from unexpected places. Even in the comments, people are like, "Oh, these thumbnails are fire." Who made this? You all did it. So thanks to all the Luxers, these thumbnails are getting some recognition. So keep it up, y'all. Keep it up. Y'all ready? We back up in here. I see y'all hit 4s and all that good stuff. Rim, I see you up in here. I covered your video yesterday. Did you, Rim? I gotta catch you on the replay, honey. Y'all, shout out to Rim Rum. Make sure you guys go show Rim Rum some support. We love him up in here. And are you? I think you say you getting a job. You working out? Oh, you leaving work now? There you go. Y'all see? Now, shout out to Rim. Lennon Honor, we love you. Lennon, you know I love you. But I can only catch him on the replay. Oh, man. Rim Rum got a job. Y'all show Rim some love up in here. And those beautiful babies. Y'all, them babies be singing in his videos and stuff. The cutest kids ever. I love it. I love it. Can we get Rim Rum's YouTube channel link dropped? If I haven't seen it yet. It might be in here. If you guys see it, let me know. Give me a holler. Let's get him some love and support over there to Rim Rum TV and show him some support. Hit that like button over there as well. And subscribe. Y'all went over the video. There we go. Thank you so much. That's Rim Rum's YouTube channel link. Make sure y'all go show Rim some love. Show some love. I'm thirsty, y'all. It's hot. Drinking some juice. Oh, Coco say, leave it work. Something about Umar you know nothing about. Shout out to you, Rim. Exactly. Umar knows nothing about having a job. Not the Diddy Hollywood. Oh, no. Y'all, let's get going. Y'all ready for the Mademoiselle and her presentation? I'm going to speed this up just a little bit so we can get it in. Thank y'all so much. Hit the fall where you can see it here. Let's get to it.
Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling black people.
It's 6 years, you don't have the school yet. I'm not to blame for that. The community is to blame for that. But because we're not used to building things exclusively with black dollars, we don't understand how long it takes to get that done. I'm not a charter school. I'm not a public school. My school isn't going to subsist on white handouts and government funding. Who else is building?
Shamar, don't discriminate.
Listen,
that was not my video. That was something that was
a YouTuber doing what I'm doing. Any of them conscious dudes. Name one on my level.
We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50.
Yeah, it's
we appreciate
$50,
but we would rather have 100. We appreciate $100, but we would rather have 200.
Coming out for the ladies is called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware.
I've never asked the people for $1.
That's not my video.
I have never asked the people for $1 in my life.
Every time an African baby is born, after we pray over that beautiful African life,
and he does not take care of that baby. And then he dogs out the mother online on social media. How many kids you have, Umar? You know, there's an order where Umar is only can get supervised visitation. Ask him, is he fighting hard to have that order vacated or set aside or amended? Because, you know, he's not.
Wish that baby well and wish their parents well. We're going to have to cross our fingers because that little beautiful African baby, that little boy or girl of supreme consciousness, in 20 years, could damn well be a coon.
The white man of today is exactly the same as the white man of yesterday. The white man of yesterday is exactly the same as the white man of the 19th century. The white man of the 19th century is the same as the white man of the 18th century. The white man of the 18th century is the same as the white man of the 17th century. The white man of the 17th century is the same as the white man of the...
And she doesn't even look white. And he's calling white women bunnies and black people coons. This is what we are in life. All because he wants his dumbass cult members to believe, you know, the Umartardians, that it takes 14 years in total to open up a bando, a building that was already built as a school, exist as a school, except the bandit, to open up as FDMG. So for 7 years, he's just now talking about the floors are waxed. And these dumbasses will not ask him for expense reports or receipts to show how the money has been spent since 2019. We're in the year of our Lord 2026. It takes 7 years to open a bando where your greatest accomplishment thus far is waxing the floors. To be opened as a school? You don't say. This is the same bando where he claimed a brand new white Mercedes-Benz SUV drove through the gym and was lit on fire. It was lit on fire, Jesus. Did you know that? God is like, I know all things, and even that went over my head. Because this dumb lying dummy, you big dummy, wants to sit here and collect money for 7 whole years and not get one job. Because he knows that he will not open this school. There lies the end of his grift. It's the endless fundraising for it. That is the scam. Where's the website for FDMG again? Perhaps the Umar Tardians, while they're sitting here believing the BS about it taking 7 long years, Lord, to open a bando that was already built in the style of a school. It was Moyer Academy. Yeah, to open up somehow, where so far all he's done is wax some floors. Everybody else painted, and they had to be alleged members giving him money already to paint the walls. But never mind that black mold growing. Oh, that black mold. Yeah, no, never mind that. No. Not one fire police report produced about a brand new Mercedes-Benz white driving into the gym, boom, and then being lit on fire, poof. And somehow nobody recorded that. No police report on that. No permit for that. Where the fire department came in, did an assessment. Where the city came in, had to do an inspection from that fire, from that brand new Mercedes-Benz being lit up. Nope, none of that. That came out of Umar's mouth. Just like all the other BS that he says. Because he's a liar. And I mean, that's it. Umar's a liar. Everything about him is a lie. You really think he would have an issue dating this woman over here in the red skirt? He wouldn't care. He probably would never ever tell anybody that she's white. That's if she's white. She might not even be white. But yet and still, he would date her nonetheless. Why would you take pictures with people like this if you would never ever consider yourself to be someone that would be connected to them? Why would you take pictures with him like that? He had no problem nestling up against this woman. And she looks nice. Taking this photo, cheese and grinning and all this shit. Look at this. He doesn't look mad at all. Or disappointed. Or sad or nothing. He looks happy as hell taking this photo with this woman. How do you sit here and talk about no snow bunnies? I don't believe in interracial dating. You don't look mad about this. To all the low self-esteem black women that think that Umar is a real man. He's also unemployed and a slob and barely bathes. But he had no problem taking this photo. None. While he sits here and tries to make all these demands of black women, you can't have fake hair, perm, depressed, or anything like that. It needs to be all natural. You can't wear makeup. You can't wear nails. And if you do, you got to give him money because obviously you can afford things. You know, it's all that BS, all that fluff. Because he wants somebody to help boost his self-esteem. Because Umar hates himself. He's pathetic.
16th century. Brothers and sisters,
Full of shit.
You say there's a few exceptions to the rule. But can I ask you a question? There might be a few snakes who don't bite, but who's going into the snake pit to find
snake that don't bite?
But to save my community, in order to save my race, we have to make
bunny hopping a federal offense. Bunny hopping must become a federal offense. I want to introduce
You said he wants to make bunny hopping a federal offense.
To introduce anti-snow bunny hopping bill into Congress.
You can't make this.
No Negro is allowed to date, live with, sleep with, reproduce, cohabitate, engage, or marry with a non-African woman.
What?
We can help the community this way.
He know my Instagram. He can DM me. He hasn't done it. Why? Because he don't give two fucks about me. And instead of telling the internet, I don't give two fucks about my daughter, he rather get on here and lie and pretend like he's trying to help me out. He's not.
Why does he have 3 children with 3 baby
can't
mothers?
Make this up.
And if they're all black queens, why has he not taken one of those queens and made them his absolute?
This idiot wants to sit here and talk about black people still being as slaves and being held down. That was a whole thing once upon a time in the United States of America where blacks had to fight to marry someone outside their race, especially white people marrying black or any other race. The right for blacks individuals to marry in the U.S. has evolved significantly, particularly following the landmark Loving v. Virginia case in 1967, which declared anti-miscegenation. I gotta look up this word because I don't want to butcher it. Laws unconstitutional. Basically, marrying outside your race, interracial marriage. We've already been through that as a people, as a race. Maybe there are white people and black people that just want to be married to each other. Umar doesn't have to take care of them. He doesn't have to pay their bills, anything. He doesn't pay his own. So why does he care? Why does he care if white people want to marry black people and vice versa? Why does he care? Those kids that they have, he doesn't have to raise them. He doesn't even take care of his own kids. We have already been through this bullshit. Well, we had to fight these laws like this that impeded white and black people from marrying each other in the United States of America. Why does he want to take us back to that? This idiot wants to take us back to that shit. Does that make sense? Make it make sense. He wants us to go back to pre-1967, where everything was segregated, where interracial marriage was illegal. Oh, when they say landmark case, this went to the U.S. Supreme Court. Did y'all know that? Oh my God. He wants us to go back to that shit. Does Umar want signs to be put up where it says whites only and blacks in the back? How far back is he trying to take the black race? Get your ass out of our country, Umar Johnson. Leave Earth. Get off of our planet. Leave. You're literally trying to pull black people back into segregation. All that happened for civil rights, I guess it's just going down the drain. Because he wants black people to go back to that bullshit. And then wants to complain about it and say that we're still in that era where we're segregated and we have to sit in the back of a bus. How dare we have interracial marriages? I thought, no, it's supposed to be segregated. What the is wrong with him? Get your hot ass off of our planet. Leave Earth, you Martian. This bum ass dude is trying to tell black people that they should not marry outside the race. And somehow exist segregated because of reasons, even though he doesn't take care of his own children that he had by 3 black women. He procreated with 3 black women, and the children that came from those procreations, he didn't even take care of them. Who is he to give anybody any advice about any marriage whatsoever when his bum ass has never been married himself? You have never been married, Umar. Shut the hell up. We're not going back to segregation. The fuck is wrong with him? No, Umar, you can go back to segregation. Go get in your time ship, your spaceship. Whatever you were in when you crash landed here on Earth, because no one told you to come here. Whatever you were in, take your bum ass back into that ship, and then you go back to 1967 and enjoy all that segregation that happened in 1967. You can't even marry a black woman in 2026. What do you care about anybody marrying a white person in 1967 or 2026? You've never been married to a black woman. What the fuck is he talking about? The audacity. You can't make this stuff up. He's a walking hypocrisy. So old Goody Goo decided to get high today and say more dumb things. And Umar thinks that people are supposed to take his ass seriously. For what? They have no idea. These dumbass black women sitting here kissing his left nut have no idea what they're ushering into their lives by sitting here and agreeing with his stupid ass. You want black people to go back to segregation? What's wrong with you? No, thank you. No, you can go back. As a matter of fact, go to Ghana. Take your coat with you. You and the Umar Tardians, you all can go be segregated in Ghana, in another continent. Because Africa is a continent, not a country. Take your ass out of our country with all that BS and go there, wherever you go. Start your own commune. And then you and all these weird ass low self-esteem black women that sit here and think you're a god walking on earth can have your own little tribunal commune started outside of the United States of America. We don't need that bullshit coat here. Get out. He has no respect for our rule of law. He does not care about landmark rulings where interracial marriage and this so-called segregation of such was already tackled in 1967. We're not going back to that shit. What is wrong with him? I've never seen black people advocate to go back to segregation. No, you and the devil are both a liar. No. The hell wrong with him? We're not doing that. Umar is a stupid idiot.
Queen, and show the black brothers that no matter what children you have, one of your brothers should be your permanent wife.
Dr. Umar Johnson has positioned himself in the black community as someone who is well-versed in black social issues, most notably the psychology and education of black children, and most importantly to him, the psychology and education of black boys. This made him the perfect person to sell all of us his vision. An all-black school led by all black staff, teaching all black children all about black history, culture, and everything in between. But what if I told you it was all a facade? If you guys are unaware, I actually went to Dr. Umar's school in 2023 and 2025, and I did an entire video about it. I broke everything down, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, it just keeps getting worse. Just like before, there was no progress. Recently, Dr. Umar has said that he is going to open the school, and all he's waiting for is a certificate of occupancy. So after I made my initial video and after he made this announcement, literally 2 times, I contacted Wilmington, Delaware to get the receipts.
I know it has been 7 long, hard, tough, grueling years, but we are here, baby. The school is absolutely done. The school is fully done. The school is completely done. And on Tuesday, because government is closed on Monday to celebrate white supremacy presidency. The government is closed on Monday to celebrate white supremacy presidency. But on Tuesday, I'll be contacting the city to request an inspection of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Elementary School and Gym. We are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at your school. Look at your school, brothers and sisters. We are complete, and we are ready to decorate for our children. We are ready to decorate for our community. They said we stole the money. They say there would never be no school. But
I don't know what's going on with the sound. It kind of skips in and out. It's not my video. It's probably sorry. I'm just trying to make sure y'all know it's not mine. Because yeah.
They say there would never be no school, but I'm here to tell you today the school is done and the school is ready. I said the school is done And the school is ready, brothers and sisters. You must donate or you cannot participate. I said you must donate or you cannot participate. Look at those floors, brothers and sisters. We ready. We are ready, brothers. Look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters. But we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. That's what we're dealing with right now. This is the timeout room. Ladies, I need you to behave. Ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room if you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, my guave, my chocolate fudge, my African buttercream, my pina colada, my caramel, my cinnamon, my nutmeg queens.
And just like when I went to the school, nothing. A lot of you guys are probably like, well, what do you mean nothing, Ivana? You're standing right there. There's a school right there. Well, for you blind devotees out there that know zero details about the man you claim you love, support, and donate to, understand he never built a school. He bought a school, an abandoned building. And the only progress that has been made is fresh paint, new windows, maybe some lawn work, and a new paved street, which I'm going to accredit to Wilmington, Delaware's doing. Make sure you guys check out part 1 for all the details regarding the school, because I'm not going to cover it in this video. There's a lot covered over there.
No,
and it's a pretty good video if I do say so myself. In this video, we're going to cover a majority of the controversies, the drama, and everything in between. So get your tea, get your snacks, get everything you need. This is going to be a long one.
I'm sure it is, girl.
What up, everybody? Peace and scam Africanism, peace and scam Africanism, peace and scam Africanism, my brothers and sisters. I bring to you part 2 of the Dr. Umar saga. Since we've been talking about Dr. Sheehan Bryant, I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to talk about Dr. Umar again. Because like I said, I contacted Wilmington, Delaware, and wasn't shit to fucking see. Dr. Umar has been going around basically saying he's going to open the school, and if you ain't donate, you can't come when he opened the school. All this caca.
Donate $5 a month, but you make sure you donate. Because if you don't donate, you won't be allowed inside this school.
So I was just like, yeah, it's time to run it back. My whole entire issue with Dr. Umar never gonna open nothing Johnson is the fact that people have the information readily available regarding him, the school, the nonprofit filing, and everything, and they refuse to look at it. They refuse to open their eyes and see that they've been supporting utter, pure caca. And it pisses me off because it's not that fucking hard. Instead, they'd much rather argue with me and other people that have been critical about him and trying to get you guys to open your minds. I know it's very difficult to believe that you sent money to a scammer. I've been scammed. Okay, it happens to the best of us. It's even worse to continue.
That's the part right here that people got to remember. Everybody at some point has been duped. Even if you weren't scammed out of money, but some dudes or some female even scammed you in a relationship where, you put your hard-earned money, time, effort, and energy into somebody, and then they just played you out. At some point in life, we can all say at least once, we have all been duped. The whole point is you got to learn from that and move on. What was the lesson in this? Okay, let me make sure that I look for the signs of someone that's trying to come in and, act like they hot shit, or they're manipulative, or they're emotionally abusive. And then let me avoid that moving forward. Let me make sure that I don't do anything to attract that type of stuff or that type of individual. If I do some research about a scam I hear, let me make sure I've reported on scams. Let me make sure that I at least know what an actual scam is all about and the characteristics of one, so I can avoid it. If I hear something and it sounds like what I've read and researched, I know to avoid that. That's what should happen. Learn from that and grow from that. Don't allow that to keep you in this, in the sunken place. At some point, you have to move on. I got duped out of $1,000. Umar got me and I gave him money, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your story is with this, with FDMG, even if you feel like he just got duped into believing that he was going to do this, and then you see he's a piece of shit and he lies, okay, now you know when he starts to say these things and he has zero evidence to produce, no receipts, no documentation, no expense reports, nothing. He hasn't even filed taxes for FDMG. And then we've gone over the taxes and you all see that there are no expenses itemized on the FDMG tax filings. He does not want to show people what he's been doing with the money, not even when it goes to the IRS. So if he doesn't claim tax expenses or income to the IRS, what makes you think that he's going to be honest to the average person? And the IRS locked up Al Capone, and he was a murderer. Think about that. So if Umar's willing to lie to the IRS, he will lie to any and everybody else. That simple. But don't stay in that sunken place. Get out the sunken place, move on, and say, okay, we got to do. We're not going to let this happen again. And we're not going to be scared to talk about it, because I don't want people to lose their money, but I can't control what people do with their money either. This is why we keep our foot on the necks of scammers over here in the LLC, because I don't want people to get duped. I don't want to see people be taken advantage of. It's disturbing to see that people are becoming cultish to someone they've probably never met, probably never will, and he will never pay their rent or their mortgage or actually buy food or clothes for their kids. He doesn't even take care of his own. He doesn't even file taxes correctly to the IRS and could care less about the repercussions of that. So you owe him nothing. And I think that's the thing that has to be broken. That whole mindset of feeling like you owe him something or you have some allegiance to him, that needs to be severed. The devil is a liar. No one owes him anything. He doesn't even want to work hard for what he has. He doesn't want to get a job. He doesn't even want to earn money to go buy some Cinnabons and a cheeseburger. He wants people to feed him for free, house him, clothe him. He's unbathed. Like all this stuff he wants done for free. He wants everything to keep falling in his lap. That's not how it works in life. So if you have donated to him, if you have given money, you don't have to keep waiting and hoping because you don't want to feel stupid. Get out of the sunken place. Move on in life. Grow up. I gave him money, shouldn't have done it. And now I've learned from it. He's a scammer and he's an asshole. And he still refuses to file taxes. These same people should be challenging him. File the tax year 2025 taxes for FDMG. What the hell is that at? We're waiting, Umar. Because you know I'm going to go over them. Y'all know that. I've gone over all the taxes that he's filed for FDMG here in the LLC. Where's 2025 tax year taxes? Where's the filings? We're waiting. I don't give a damn about whether he likes me or not. I don't care about how he thinks it feels. He doesn't pay my bills. I owe him nothing. But I will go over those tax filings once they're uploaded. But this is the regard he has for our laws, for the IRS. He doesn't even want to tell the IRS how he's spending the money. But gets mad when people sue him. And yet you got this conscious community that's sitting here blocking everything that should be happening as far as repercussions for his actions. They're blocking it because they don't want to sue him. They want to keep letting this shit go on for 7 more years. Next thing you know, it'll be 7 years times 3, and then it'll be 21 years. And next thing you know, he'll be somewhere talking about, look, I'm 68 years old. I'm done lying about this school. It will never open, y'all. I ain't opening it. I'm just going to sit here and live in peace and live out my years, and that's it. That's what it's going to come down to. At some point, he's just going to switch to something else. And the whole thing about the schools, he's going to have to do a whole mind shift to all these Umar Tardians that are brainwashed, that actually believe that he's trying to be somebody. Umar's not doing anything. And if he truly cared, he will stop and just go get a job and switch to that. But no, too much like right. And he knows that that grift will come to an end. This has been the easiest grift for him for 7 years. Getting people to believe that he's trying to rebrand a bando into a school. And then having people believe that it should take 7 years to do it when it doesn't. But that's his grift. But don't wallow in that. Claim that on your taxes. Keep living You got to get over it. Don't feel stupid about it. Just move on from it. You know how many people in the chat actually gave him money? Hit the floor if you actually donated to FDMG. We're not here to make you feel stupid about it. What I don't like is brainwashed cult members thinking it's okay to have 7 years pass by and show zero receipts and no accountability or transparency, and he's lying to the IRS. What? And somehow thinks that we need to go back to 1967. No. Like they hang on every word he says, like he's saying everything correct. No. Leave us out of that. Leave the rest of us out of that segregation nonsense. We're not here for that. Nope, the devil is a liar. We're not doing that. You're undermining the entire civil rights movement. What the hell wrong with him? He's such an idiot. That's the nonsense. You can't say I'm only going to support this one part of Umar, but none of that other stuff. No, because at this point, he has now opened the bando, and he's still asking for money for it. And if you see he's lying and he won't produce a receipt and he won't show expenses, he won't prove how he's actually spending the money, then you're going to have to make a decision. Either I'm supporting all this bullshit that comes with it, or I'm not supporting it at all. Because I don't owe him my hard-earned money either. That's what people are going to have to start doing. And for those who have given him money and they stop doing it, we cover content creators that have admitted that. Panda Press says it all the time. He said, and now here we are. Here's where we are. I don't support this nonsense because what he's doing now is just flat out scamming. Call it for what it is. Don't help him cover the bullshit up. Then talking about, yeah, it's cool. We go back to segregation. The hell you mean? Call it for what it is. I got scammed. I've got to live on with this. And that's it. I'm going to claim that money on my taxes as a deduction and keep moving. That's it. It's that simple.
Continue to support a scam when you're skeptical, okay? When you already think this might not be a good idea. Dr. Scamming Johnson has been playing in our face for over a decade. Hey, it's possibly close to 2 decades at this point. And I'm waiting for the FTC to crack down on this. I am, because it's insane what he's been able to get away with, both publicly and legally.
Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is a school that I conceived of a very long time ago, but began to actually put teeth into the creation of that school a couple of years ago. $700,000, and the status is we're still looking for a school, and the status is my start date for FDMG will be 8/21/18, or if at all, it may be delayed to 8/21/19, which is the anniversary of the Nat Turner War.
We say, let's school coming. We got 6 months, y'all. This is crunch time. This is crunch time. We got 6 months. This is crunch time. Crunch time. Watch when we up. Watch when we get that certificate of occupancy. It's going to be crazy.
Somebody asked, when is the school open?
5 years ago.
And the reason that's a silly question is because we still have to raise more money for the repairs and the restoration. How are we going to talk about an opening date when we don't even have our certificate of occupancy yet? How are we going to talk about an opening date? We don't even have our certificate of occupancy yet. Y'all need to think a little bit.
You've been saying the same thing for 5 years.
Built exclusively with the African dollar. We'll be ready and we'll be open this Kwanzaa of 2023. And brothers and sisters, this will be a community grand opening, so I want all of you to come on down to Wilmington, Delaware, and celebrate. And what we did as African people by ourselves, we have to stop depending on.
Can't prove that.
In honor of Frederick Douglass, today, brothers and sisters, Black History Month 2023, we just made history. The board covers on the windows are off, brothers and sisters. We have taken the boards off your windows. It's not a good Garvey day. It's a great Garvey day. Who ready to see the windows? Who ready to see the FDMG windows? Because the haters said we didn't have the windows. We've always had windows. Every window.
He's going on and on like a little schoolgirl about some windows. Can y'all believe this? Yes, we can. You know why? Because then he goes on and on about the floors being waxed. And then he goes on and on about walls being painted. But he doesn't say anything about all that damn black mold that can actually make kids sick. Why do we give a damn about boards on windows? We don't care, Umar. Show us proof that you applied for a permit and made an appointment for an inspection. That's the city regulations. You don't override that. And no, you're not going to bully them into giving you a permit. We will whoop your ass if you think you're going to bully the entire city of Wilmington inspectors to give you a permit, knowing that it is black mold in those bandos. We will whoop your ass in the streets. You got it coming for many a men. All these women out here you running around with, touching and messing with, and they daughters you looking at on these college campuses. A lot of men owe you a butt whooping or two. You're not going to put these kids in a bando with black mold. It's not going to happen. You don't want to follow the laws of the land in the United States of America. Get out of our country.
Had glass windows. We just kept them protected until it was time to open up the school, brothers and sisters.
Who want to go live with the Prince? We at FDMG. We getting ready for the grand opening. 2024 is the year of FDMG. 2024 is the year of FDMG. First day of the Pan-African Fast. I'm giving all the food to God.
What are you going to be opening the doors where students can start?
Well, we got to get certificate of occupancy. I can answer that. You feel me? See, it's always something holding me.
Do you understand the amount, the counts of wire fraud that he more than likely will have to face, all the false claims and shit that he's making? Listen, it's going to end up being a mess, okay? And when that day happens, I'm going to be right here like I fucking told y'all. Okay, I fucking told y'all, just like with Dana Chanel, okay, just like with, I'm about to make my video on Stormy, okay, just like with any other scammers I talked about on this channel, even the PPP loan scammers, okay, every scammer has their day. Every scammer eventually has their day. And when Dr. Umar's day comes, I'm be sitting here like, I told you so, because I am an I told you so type of person. I said what I said, I meant what I said. You should have listened to me, babes. But if it opens, I'll be the first one to say I'm sorry. And I will cut him a check of a donation for that school myself. I will drive out there to hand it to him. Okay, like I will. I will publicly apologize.
I will not
take my videos down.
I will not.
That's never going to happen. Now, this has been causing so much controversy on and off for the past decade. Not only did I have to wait for Wilmington, Delaware to get back to me on 2 separate occasions, I also didn't want that energy in my space. If you guys are not aware, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I do this for a living. I also have a broadcast journalism and public relations degree. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. All of my videos are done in one take. I almost never have to start a video over. I started this video over.
I'm live. Listen, if you got something to talk about, you don't need to do 2 and 3 takes of anything. Only Candice to do that pre-recorded, pre-scripted stuff. We don't need to do that here, Candice, off the top of the dome. Now, Umar's a scammer. I say that with my whole chest, and I will not take down my videos or apologize to him or be fair, none of that. No, Umar, you can kiss my ass. Not doing none of that. I owe you nothing, you dumbass. I'm not doing it. Don't come over here looking for me to do that when you apologize. No, I will not. What you mean? You know, you got some that try to be professional with it. Because I know Lennon always says that. I want to be fair. I don't owe Umar fairness. I don't owe him that. It's been 7 years. I don't care what he does to the floors, how many times he uses some fake Clorox bleach to clean a desk or a toilet. It's been 7 years and the bandos are not open. That is the reality of the situation. If you look at his tax filings, you will see he doesn't even list out expenses. So no one knows how he's spending the money. That in and of itself is suspicious to me. That could easily be categorized as fraudulent activity. If you're taking money under the guise of opening a school and you're spending it on everything else, you're being deceptive to the public, first of all. Secondly, it's fraudulent because you're not spending it on what you said you were going to spend it on. We can't do that. I can't come out in a video, in a live stream and say, hey, I need $1,000, to help me pay my rent. And then next thing you know, I'm out here going out of town and you all are like, wait, we just gave you $1,000 to pay your rent. How you afford this vacation? And then I tell you all, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I did with your $1,000. Y'all be like, man, we ain't never giving LLC any money again. And I have 30,000 supporters, bless God. 31,000. I'm at 31.3. Look at God. He's so good. Y'all hit that subscribe button and like button. But I would not ever get away with that. Why does Umar get to get away with that? Because that's exactly what he's doing. Don't ask about how the money is being spent. You're not a true donor if you're asking me that. No, you still have to be held accountable. Or else don't say shit when the IRS comes for you. Because they'll lock you up. Then they will not lose any sleep. They put up Al Capone. You guys have no idea how dangerous that man was. He was a murderer. And he had an STD. Can't make this stuff up. And they locked him up for tax evasion. They didn't have a problem with that. He was a gangster. Umar is none of that. His little punk ass doesn't even want to go to jail for 6 hours. So this is what we are. He cries about child support. Like, come on. So I wouldn't be able to do it. Why should he get away with doing it? And he has a larger following. He has a lot of people that believe stuff that comes out of his mouth. Like the portly pig he is, he oink oinks, and then the cult members just jump up and down. Hogwarts gets to snorting. Then his nasty nose. Go blow your nose, man. He gets to snorting. And the Umar Tardian start having a feast party. And he doesn't want people to ask him about how he's spending money. We don't get away with that. Neither will he. Kiss my ass, Umar. FDMG is still not open. And you cannot give an account for how all this money has been spent over 7 years. Kick rocks. I'm not ever apologizing to him for that. Get the hell on somewhere, wax floors. So what?
At least 20 different times. I don't want that type of energy near me. Okay, so I was like, you know what? Let me just get this shit over with, baby. If you watch this right now, okay, get your holy water, get your sage, your bergamot, whatever, and make sure you cleanse yourself before or after doing something, because there's something going on here. I've never in my life had to restart a video so many times. Now, of course, before we move forward, for those of you guys that seen me before, smash the like button, make sure you are still subscribed, hit the hype button, and most importantly, comment down below 3 times, because you already know we sending spells. Let me stop. We're not sending spells. Dr. Umar be sending spells, and we're making fun of him. Follow, okay? He says everything 3 times, so you need to comment your comment down below 3 times. Catch the drift, okay? There are a lot of things we need to discuss and a lot of disclaimers we need to go over before we move forward. Yeah. If you didn't peep already, I curse a lot. If you don't like that shit, click off. I don't give a fuck. I'm very raw, I'm very honest. A lot of things I say may offend you, and it is what it is. I warned y'all. There were a lot of ridiculous comments left on my last video, my TikTok and Instagram post when I talked about Dr. Umar and his non-existent school. The main one being, well, a lot of ridiculous ass comments left on my last video, my TikTok and Instagram post when I talked about Dr. Umar and his non-existent school. The main one being, well, what do you know? What school did you go to? That's it.
Yeah, it's the same thing you get when you cover scams. When I covered Novatech, FX, that was a whole scam. The FBI is actually looking for the owners of that. But they used to say, are you in Novatech? How do you know what's going on? I don't want to be in a scam. That's stupid. Why do you have to build a school to call Umar a scammer? That's dumb. What he's doing is a whole pyramid scheme. He has these pyramid packages, these contribution packages on his website. Funny thing is, he doesn't even have a website for the school. There's no FDMG website. Did y'all know that? This is why I refuse to sit here and say I'm going to be fair with him or apologize to him. I will not. He can't even get one of his Umar Tardians to create a website for FDMG. The most easiest and simplest thing that can be done. Someone who knows how to do HTML programming could easily develop a website for the school. They can't even do that. It's the incompetency for me. I never cared how the Umar Tardians felt at all. I don't give a shit. He knows that. Umar, I know you're watching. You Oompa Loompa. Plus, he's got to be noticing these fire ass thumbnails. And no, I'm not taking them down. His social media, grow a spine and get over it. I don't give a damn how he feels. He whines and cries about thumbnails and mean words. Umar's an idiot. Show the receipts. No, you have none, Umar, you say? Oh, okay. Well, kiss her ass. I mean, what you want? Oh, I love her. She said it. We're going to cuss over here so y'all can get over it.
Greatness never has to be explained. First of all, Google me. That's all I got to say. But since you asked, I went to Bloomfield College.
What is the deal with this sound, man?
What school did you have there? Listen. Greatness never has to be explained. First of all, Google me. That's all I got to say. But since you asked, I went to Bloomfield College and obtained my bachelor's in mass communications with a concentration in broadcast journalism. I obtained my public relations master's from Full Sail University. I later on pivoted into dance because that was the true passion. Went into education, started teaching core, couldn't stand it, went to become a dance teacher, and now we're here. I am now founder of the nonprofit Lakai Roll that teaches Afro-diasporic dance styles, most notably Haitian dance. And I've devoted a majority of my life and content to art, education, and social issues. I have a social media agency that aims to help small business owners and influencers grow their online presence. And then, of course, I'm a full-time influencer. That's my other business. YouTube. This is where a majority of my income comes from. I have 3 separate channels. Feel free to check them out. Here, we do rants, reactions, and commentary.
Why does this
income comes from? I have 3 separate channels. Feel free to check them out. Here, we do rants, reactions, and commentary on Black social issues. I have a Haitian channel where we talk about Haitian voodoo, politics, and folklore. And then we have a personal channel where vlogs, story times, etc. live. I've been doing this for a very long time. We here, we locked in. You feel me? That's just a short skew. But like I said, Google me. I do a lot. What does Dr. Umar do? I'll wait. Can anybody tell me where he works? As a matter of fact, has his doctorate not been called into question? Now, to be fair, there are people that have been able to pull up his dissertation. His dissertation was actually sent to me. So we are going to continue to call him Dr. Umar because, hey, he more than like.
Nope. I will not ever do that. No, you need a licensure or certificate. I don't care. I don't care. I want you certified and licensed, or else I'm not calling you that. Anyone can go to school to be a doctor. You can go to medical school. It doesn't mean that you have become licensed or certified to be a doctor. Just like going to law school does not mean that you passed the bar and you're a practicing attorney. There's a difference in the terminology. Those who go to law school and graduate with a law degree are called lawyers. Those who actually practice law are called attorneys. There's a difference. So no, I'm not calling him doctor. Kick rocks. Umar, when I say you can kiss my ass, all of it, I'm not giving you that. Because you have so many people out here that are educated, licensed, and certified and trained to work in the professions that they work in that deserve to have the titles that they have. And they don't go out of their way to force people to call them that. He does that to boost his ego. I'm Dr. Umar. I'm the most requested scholar on Earth and in Mars. Did y'all know I was known in Jupiter? They also bark for me on Saturn, one of the moons. I don't care if you're known in 3 different galaxies. Kick rocks. I'm not calling you doctor. And we're still waiting for you to file 2025 tax filings for FDMG here on Earth in the United States of America. I'm not calling him that. I have never called him. Y'all haven't seen me ever call him Dr. anything. No. Hell no. And we made sure we got the dissertation. Shout out to Jay Witt. He emailed the school, the librarian. I emailed the 3 advisors. We made sure we got that dissertation, though. Don't play with it. Now, Google me, Umar. You know, gangsters work in silence. You know, you have no idea how much information I have on you, Umar. It's not even funny. None. No, I'm the doctor up in here. I don't force people. Like, you don't force people to call you that when you know you don't have a certification or a licensure. And he calls himself doctor as if he's practicing in the field of psychology. He should not be doing that. The entire state of Pennsylvania already told him, because we went over the court documents, to stop doing that. You're not licensed or certified. Having a degree does not mean you get to practice in the field. You're not licensed or certified at all. That's it. It's that simple. So as opposed to him getting a regular job, he would rather have people lie about his job titles and all of that. For what? You shouldn't have to lie about it. And if you wanted to do things the right way, you would do it the right way. But he doesn't. He doesn't care. Umar doesn't care. He's a scammer. He is a scammer. He scams people for fun and for a living. That's it. So you all are welcome for that dissertation. You're welcome.
Who did earn the doctorate. And with that being said, we're going to pause right here to thank all the people that made this video and many other subsequent videos possible about Dr. Umar, because these people have never taken their foot off of Dr. Umar's neck. Lennon Honor, Christian, and Panda. Shout outs to everyone who has made videos about Dr. Umar, because he needs to be held accountable. And this shit is starting to get a little bit out of hand. I genuinely believe that Dr. Umar is possibly one of the biggest scammers in Black American history. Yes! And I cannot wait for shit to start hitting the fan, because I cannot stand a scammer no matter who you are or what community you belong to. Although a lot of people may frown upon this and think that, oh, well, you know, I shouldn't be talking about a Black man. Accountable. And this shit is starting to get a little bit out of hand. I genuinely believe that Dr. Umar is possibly one of the biggest scammers in Black American history. And I cannot wait for shit to start hitting the fan, because I cannot stand a scammer no matter who you are or what community you belong to. Although a lot of people may frown upon this and think that, oh, well, you know, I shouldn't be talking about a Black man. I'm trying to tear down a Black man. I shouldn't be happy that a Black man is da-da-da-da. It's never going to be okay to scam, but it's damn for sure never going to be okay to scam your own community, especially when you belong to the Black community. One of the main reasons Dr. Umar even came on my radar is because he had my flag on, and I didn't appreciate that shit. You're not going to be out here scamming niggas and wearing my flag and then putting one of our Haitian revolutionaries on your building, and then you're a liar and a scammer. That's a fucking joke. So when you put my flag on, it becomes my business. There were too many people like, well, you're Haitian, stay out of Black people's business. How the fuck you support somebody that's a Pan-Africanist and you sit here trying to divide us because I'm Haitian? Are you fucking dumb? I was still born in America. I always claim America. I always tell people I am Haitian American. Black Americans are my cousins. I feel like we are all the same, even though the things that make us different make us special. I'm of the opinion that if you want to sit here and say that I'm not Black enough to talk about these issues, you're an ignorant piece of shit. And more than likely, that is why Dr. Umar has been able to steal your money all these years. Congratulations. The devil would be proud. Also, Haiti is the first Black republic of the world. Go read about it. I have no time to sit here and educate you guys. Let's get back to the video. And let's just get this out there, right? If you're here to blindly defend a man without checking public records, get the fuck off. If you're not here to actually listen, click the fuck off. If you're here to cause problem, get the fuck off. You ain't got time for that shit. There's going to be a lot of clips in this video, and I'm going to be jumping in a lot in this video because there is a lot to cover. As mentioned, since my degrees fall into the line of broadcast journalism and public relations, I am not going to speak on anything that cannot be verified. If I do, I will be using words like allegedly, or I think, or I believe, and in my opinion. Also understand that you are free to talk about whatever it is that you want in the comment section, but there are certain things that I'm not going to cover due to not being able to really have anything to back it up. As you watch this video, understand Dr. Umar is slippery as hell. A lot of the things that I am talking about in this video were very difficult to find and or verify. So please make sure you guys engage with the video as a thank you. Okay, share it, because I'm going to be sitting here for too long going through all of this.
What are the 3 rules of racism? All white people are racist. They may not be a bigot. Bigot means they hate you. I don't think all white people hate Blacks. That's bigotry. I don't believe all white people hate Black people, but all white people have a vested interest in making sure that people control the resources, the opportunities, and the privileges. All white people are racist. That's rule number 1.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content, because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for Black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000.
Why does he need it again? He didn't build anything. Once again, he built nothing. The bandos were purchased and already built at schools. So this is how he tried to try to cheat around it, right? He said, let me go and purchase buildings or property that are already existing as schools. Because he knew he would not want to put millions of dollars into building anything, even though he was given free land, resources, tools, labor, help, all of that to actually build a school. In 7 years, he could have built one from the ground up, but he has cheated his way this whole time, starting with the buildings that were purchased to become FDMG. They're already existing as school, or they're already built to be schools. Warrior Academy was a school. Even when he was in Pennsylvania, the bandos were built to be schools already. So it would not have been much for him to do. All he had to do, think about this, with the smaller bando that he has now, was to get rid of the black mold, fix the foundation, all the foundational issues like the stairs, the handicapped railways, the doors, the windows, the roof, plumbing, HVAC, the electricity and all that stuff, right? You just kind of gut it, renovate it, get it up to code, because it was only going to be the smaller bando. The bigger bando was never going to open. The city already said, either get that up to code or you have to abandon it. It's not fit for human habitation. So that's not happening. It would take way more money than he can ever raise to get the bigger bando up to code. Shout out to KKC for getting that information. So that will never be opened. He's been complaining from day one about the amount of money that he's been raising for this. And yet he won't show receipts to show what he has done towards the schools. You don't know if those people came out and waxed the floors for free. They could have did it for free. We've seen videos where he had all these helpers and volunteers come in trying to paint bathrooms and all this stuff. He didn't pay these people. So if you're collecting money for paint to be done, and yet you got volunteers coming to paint for free, then what did you do with the money that was meant to pay for painters to come in? And then let's not forget, no permits. No building permits for painters or contractors to come in to do that. So where is that money going that's being raised for that particular event, for the painting? Just like with the floors being waxed. These people could have done it for free. So it may not have cost them a dime. And yet he wants to pose it as something that costs him thousands upon thousands of dollars to do. No, we don't even see a permit for it. That's what's so crazy here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's a permit that exists and I just overlooked it. Let's go. Hey, Bougie, how you doing, honey? How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody if I haven't spoken to you all. Shout out to all of you all. Juju, how you doing? Sassy. Stoic, I see you up in here. Albert, I see you up in here. MBT, I see you up in here. CB, Dr. CB, how you doing, honey? You good? I see y'all up in here. Shout out to you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure I hit that like button. Sasha Love, I see you up in here. I just want to make sure I got everybody in here. I'm not trying to overlook anybody. Is it Tavares sit at 199 super? You all, thanks for covering the big Oompa Loompa, honey. You welcome. Because we love you. Enterprise up in here. Thank you for the $2 super. Does he not know Frederick had a white wife? FOH. He doesn't. No, he doesn't care. Because, his narrative has been Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, Nat Turner, all these people. Like, he doesn't care if they married white women. Because he doesn't care about having a white woman. He that's not something that ever bothers him. I don't understand why people believe that. Y'all know he's lying like hell. You're not even going to get a role model that married a white woman if you are so against it. Because he's, deep down trying to pretend like he's racist, I guess. Umar, we're not going to let you carry us back to segregation. We're not doing that. We're not going backwards in time with you because you're an idiot. We're not doing that. All because he doesn't want to get a job. All of this because Umar does not want to get a job and go to work. He actually thinks people should just be taking care of him and just giving him money for this bullshit. But he doesn't want to show that he has a resume. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, yeah, no, he could care less about anybody having a white wife. He does not care. But shout out to you, honey. Thank you for the $2 super enterprise. And if you've seen any permits on file with the city, please let me know. The enterprise be standing on top of it, y'all. He go up there every time Umar talk about something being ready. He'll go up there and tour the school. The Mademoiselle said she's been up there a couple times. Even Jay Witt's been up there. You have Famer Tube that's been up there, I think 2 or 3 times. So, and Famer Tube is the one where every time he goes, these random women come out of nowhere, taking pictures of him and recording him. So shout out to Famer Tube. It's so crazy. Where these weird ass women at when he was sitting here talking about UFOs in the sky? You can't make this shit out. Nah, Umar, you're such an idiot. None of these women came out and took a photo or video. You know, you think they would have came out with their phones ready and started live streaming as well, right? Yeah, Umar said he see a UFO. I guess we all need to see that. Oh, Umar, you big dummy. He's so stupid. So, yeah, no, let me know if you see it. Say that file. But at the end of the day, he bought these bandos that were already built and designed, at least, you know, constructed to be schools. All he had to do was renovate and make sure it was up to code with past inspection, painted, did the floors, all those things that need to be done the right way. But for him, because he had no intentions of doing that, he got the most busted up bando he could find. Never mind the fact that he was given free property and was able to build schools that would not have cost him a thing. He did not accept that offer because he knows that then he would have to explain why he's asking for money. The Umar Tarnians will never make sense to them. But he's actually been in a position where he was offered free land and the opportunity to build a school from the ground up. And he chose to not do it that way because he knows he can't just say, well, I need money for the schools. And they're like, why? Because you got free property and you can build them for free. Well, what do you need money for? It will cost you nothing to build this school. Who would pass up free land? Umar did. He passed up free land. That is how dumb he is. And yet, the Umar Tardians want you to believe that we should be like him and somehow build institutions. When his dumb ass gave up free property, free land. Now, we don't want to be like him. We're better than him. No one in their right frame of mind would pass up the opportunity to get free land. Free land. Can't make this up. Yeah, we need the Sandman to come and knock his ass out again. How dare you give up free land? Take your ass to bed. Don't get up till I tell you. You could have built houses. What you mean? You told them no. You didn't take the free land. So he's literally gifted 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule. And he said, nah, no thanks. Umar, you are retarded. He is retarded. Umar is retarded. He's retarded. No, we don't want to be like Umar. We want to be better than Umar. The audacity. They gave you free land, and all you had to do was say, I want to build the school building here, the cafeteria here, the gym here, parking lot here. And you said no to all of that. Yeah, no, we're not trying to be like you. You're an idiot. Boy, I got to call the Sandman again. Time for another ass woman whooping from an alien. Them alien ass whoopers are the only thing he remember. So let's make sure he never forget them. He can make this up. He gave up free land. Free land. The entire fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. Now, he said, I'm just going to buy this bando infested with black mold. And then that'll be a good reason for me to keep asking for money from black people, even though he doesn't know where that money is coming from. But I'm going to just keep saying that because it sounds good. And then I'm going to take 7 years to raise a bunch of money and still get to a point where after 7 years, all I'm going to do is talk about the floors being waxed and Dookie toilets cleaned out and the windows. And they said I'm stealing. You are stealing. You're not showing us receipts on how you spend the money. So you're taking money and we don't know if you're doing the right thing with it. So you're lying by omission. You can't make this up. Until then, may the Sandman whoop your ass 6 nights a week. Yeah, Umar is ridiculous.
Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I said. I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside. I'm getting sick and tired of getting texts on my cell phone for black folk talking about I've donated like they done. You gave me $25 and you
Umar, you can meet me outside with the Sandman and 6 big grown Debos. I'm telling you right now, we got some real men in the LLC. All of them will be ready to meet you. They're gonna pummel the crap out of you. Yeah, you want to meet somebody outside, you're gonna get your ass whooped. You're not that tough, saggy tipples. Y'all, he really need to go on a boob walk. The audacity of Malware to say, I need a boob walk. No, Umar needs a boob walk. You got some double D sagging up in here. Why we see your breasts, sister?
think you free now. You gotta raise $2 million. Your ass ain't done. I better get some more and some more and some more.
But the black dollar, easiest dollar to get. It is not partial. It is not racist. It is not biased to black people. How can your money not be partial to your interests?
Our loyal supporters out there. For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself, I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Goofy, never serious, non-productive, doing nothing for you community coons. But I tell you, we have a place in Minnesota called Coon Rapids. Yes, we do. We're going to buy 1,000 acres in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, and we're going to go around and we're going to start kidnapping coons. This is the timeout room. Ladies, I need you to behave. Ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room and you're going to get down. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, my guave, my chocolate fudge, my African buttercream, my pina colada, my caramel, my cinnamon, my nutmeg queens. If you misbehave, you got to come and get 3 strokes. Oh, yes, with the RBG paddle. With the RBG paddle. Consciousness over the cookies. This is the paddling room. This is where you get your discipline when you break the rules of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. Oh, yes. Somebody said it ain't no windows. Another coon. Lord have mercy. Another coon. There's windows in every room, you coon, but that's all right. You never build nothing for your people. So
yeah, because, you know, you got to build something in order for him to not call you a coon, because that's the only word he knows how to spell. Umar, spell coon and define it. This is the same moron that wants us to go back to 1967, where interracial marriages were outlawed in the U.S. like it was a crime. People had to go to court and fight for their right to be married to each other because one was black and one was white. He wants us to go back to 1967. And he got the audacity to call other black people coons. It is people like Umar. That would be the house Negro, as they call them, where he will be reporting on all the other black people trying to get free from slavery. Like Harriet Tubman may not be able to exist in the same time era with Umar Johnson, because he would have told on her. Yeah. Yeah, Harriet Tubman over there. She trying to run. Y'all might want to go get that coon. Go get her. The idiocy of Umar Johnson never ends, as well as his Umar Tardians. We got to build an institution. No, I don't. Everybody's not meant to build an institution. Some people are meant to report his ass to the IRS. How many of you all gonna report Umar to the IRS? Because some of us are meant to do that. Hit the floor if you reporting Umar Johnson's ass to the IRS. You see, many of us have, we all have a different purpose in life, right? Mine is, as an independent journalist, to report the truth. Part of that reporting of the truth means that I'm going to report the truth to certain agencies. And in this situation, the IRS is one of those agencies where I'm going to report the truth about Umar Johnson lying on these tax filings. Keep on playing with me talking about some building an institution. I don't need to build an institution to call the IRS or to email them to say this dumb coon is taking money and he refuses to show a receipt and he's been lying to you all for 6 good tax years about how he has spent thousands of dollars. Don't need to build an institution to do that. I owe his ass nothing but that one phone call to the IRS.
I can't blame you.
This man had the nerve, all audacity to talk about there's going to be a paddle room in the school for the girls. Y'all agree with that? I mean, nope. I guess. So since we already talked at length about the school in part 1, for this video, we're going to get into the drama and controversies. However, we do need to touch base on the school and why I do not think it's going to open. Not only did I contact Wilmington, Delaware, and they have nothing on file, but also by design and the school's mission, the school can't open. The school is an all-Black school catering to all Black children with all Black staff, teaching Black culture and Black history. There's nothing wrong with it being Black. The problem is that it is exclusive. And due to a new law that was passed by the Supreme Court, this school just cannot exist. I personally do not understand why anyone believed that something like this would be able to exist. Exactly. However, understand just by design and what it stands for, it cannot. Now, a lot of people are always like, oh, well,
because the Umar Tardians believe everything that Umar says and nothing that they can read for themselves. Reading is not fundamental for them. Not at all.
They do it to us all the time. Well, a majority of these all-white schools or whatever are in all-white places with no Black students. And they're not dumb enough to go around talking about how, we don't let Black kids into our schools. This man is out here talking about it everywhere. So you can't even try to be like, oh, no, we're going to let anyone have a fair chance. Like, come on. If you're going to do something wrong, do it right.
In the state of Delaware, you cannot refuse admission into a school, even if it's independent, on the basis of race. Okay. You follow me? That's like you taking your child to a white private school in Newcastle, right? They straight independent. Yeah. They don't get no government money, right? Just like us. And they tell you your child can't come here because they're Black. It's against state law. So if a white person wants their child at our school, we have to consider them for admission. We cannot exclude based on race.
So we can make it hard like they do.
No, so that well, if they want their child learning voodoo, bring them on in.
So no, listen, that was my next question. Is if you had like a group of white kids, you say they were ages of 6 to 10.
We want to start with 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Okay.
So 7 through 10.
So what I'm saying is how do you go about teaching white youth the history?
Whose history?
Ours.
Ours? Okay.
However,
always begin with the end in mind. I'm teaching white children Black and African history for what purpose?
There are Black-based schools that cater to Black communities. However, they cannot say no to white kids or any other kids or parents or staff members, etc., that want to be involved with the school. Schools serve the public, whether they are private, charter, public, etc. They serve the public. They have to answer to the public at some sort of capacity. So you cannot just sit there and deny and decline entry or work. Okay, and that's another thing. Work. You're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, you're white. You can't apply to work here." That's not how it works. If somebody comes to me, they're like, "Hey, that's not how it works." If somebody comes to me, they're like, "Hey, I want to, do dances for La Cairo," and they're a white lady with blonde hair, blue eyes, I can't say no because you're white. Like, yeah, I can say it behind closed doors. And that's what a lot of people try to say, like, oh, well, we're going to do what they did to us. It's going to make it harder. They discriminate against us all the time.
Umar's Kundalini.
Okay. Okay. Like, yes, they do make it harder for us, I guess, in many ways than none. But it's just like, child, this shit is exhausting.
This is why you have laws. And then you can sue them and be done with it. Because we would sue. That's it. If it's done to us, we would sue. That is a federal lawsuit. And they're going to sue him And guess what? He's not going to be able to function. Because then all that money that these Umar Tardians think somehow is being spent on a school will end up going towards lawsuits. And where is he going to get the money to pay for those lawsuits? The building is not even insured. The bando is not insured. And I don't expect the Umar Tardians to understand why you need to have insurance on the bandos. But sometimes these lawsuits are pulled from these insurance policies. Umar doesn't have that money to pay out. If he was ordered to pay $500,000 for, discrimination, for keeping white teachers and students from teaching and coming to the school or working at the school and attending the school, where's he going to get that $500,000 from? Because he will not be able to raise that money unless Charlemagne is going to give it to him from the Breakfast Club. And Nick Cannon. Maybe Nick Cannon and Charlemagne can help pay for all these lawsuits that he will have coming his way. Yeah. Maybe the Umar Tardians should be reaching out to Nick Cannon and Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club and saying, are you all going to, y'all keep platforming him. Are you all going to give him money to help him with this? And when he gets sued, are you all going to pay those judgments? Where are your kids attending schools? Nick Cannon has 1,000 kids. None of them are going to FDMG. Nick Cannon, none of your kids are going to FDMG. You got 682 of them.
Many layers as to why the school is never going to open, okay? Now, please note, a majority of all this nonsense started when Dr. Umar started saying that he was a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
I just wanted to go live for a few minutes, if y'all don't mind, to give my 4 times great-grand cousin, the Honorable Frederick Douglass, his birthday. And to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, the greatest black leader in American history, to whom I'm related by blood. I am an 8th generation descendant.
That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's a whole lie from the pit of hell. And there's no truth in that lie at all. None. Umar can't tell the truth to save his life. Umar, you're still lying about your so-called familial relation to Frederick Douglass. The descendants of Frederick Douglass want to forget that you exist on Earth, on our planet. They don't claim your dumb ass. He who chooses to not get employment. Why do you keep lying? Why do you keep lying about being related to them? You're not related to them. You just aren't. It's that simple. You're not a descendant. You're not their relative. They want you to stop lying about that. Leave these people alone. Leave them alone. Stop lying about being related to Frederick Douglass. Yeah, I figured if I speaking his vernacular, maybe he'll understand like 6 of those words. Umar, I'll allow you to read a dictionary to keep up with everything else that I've said, because you're an idiot. And your dumb cult members think that we should be building school buildings just to see where you're spending their money. Not ours, theirs. God.
Descendant of Isaac and Betsy Bailey. We are both descendants of Isaac and Betsy Bailey.
For the past couple of years, I have been accused of not being related to Frederick Douglass, right?
Man.
I'm definitely related to him by blood.
John, how you doing?
4 times great-grand-cousin. He was raised with my 4 times great-grandfather, Stephen Henry Bailey, who he mentions by name in his autobiography. It's unquestionable. My name is on the family tree and everything. So you would ask yourself, Queen Mother, if you are related to Frederick Douglass, why is it that nobody in that family saw fit to just clarify it in the public so people can be done with it and move on? And I could be wrong, but I believe 2 reasons why. 2 reasons why the Bailey family never sought to publicly clarify the fact that I am related to Frederick Douglass. I'm not a descendant. I'm a kinsman. I'm a descendant of his cousin. I'm not a descendant of his. But the 2 reasons I think nobody...
Why are you snorting with that? First of all, if you're a descendant of his cousin is still a kinsman regardless. how you fit in that family tree. When you say by blood, it still needs to have some genetic relation. You don't have that, genetically speaking. Your father, didn't he take a DNA test? This is unbelievable. So Umar does not know how science works. This idiot thinks that he gets to say, because he's a descendant in his world, in his alternate reality, of a cousin of Frederick Douglass, that through that relationship, he gets to still claim some kinship. That's irrelevant. You are not genetically linked to Frederick Douglass. You just aren't. Why does that have to be your life's mission? Let me lie like hell about being related genetically by blood to Frederick Douglass and nothing else in life. I will not be a good father to my own 3 kids that are genetically related to me. No, I will never get married and have a wife and a family and 2-parent household and none of that shit. No, my life's mission is to keep lying like hell. It's hot about having a blood relation to Frederick Douglass because reasons. This idiot does not like himself. This has got to be the worst case of self-loathing ever. Clearly, Umar Johnson hates himself. He hates who he is, who he's related to. He doesn't like his family. He has not raised his kids. He doesn't act like he want to be a part of their life. A judge has already ordered supervised visitation for one of them. You don't see him fighting for that. But yet, he will continue to lie to the public and deceive the public by lying about having a blood relation to Frederick Douglass. Of all people on earth that existed throughout human history, it has to be Frederick Douglass. Despite his actual genetic descendants saying, leave us alone, you dumb bastard. Leave us alone. Leave our name out your mouth, boy. You're not related to us. We don't want to claim you. We don't even want to know you at all. We don't want to say that we've met you. Lord, you hear this? Well, this is unbelievable. y'all. We're going to have to finish this up tomorrow, for real. Because I got another live at 9:30 for Candice, and I'm going in on that one. So we're going to get this in until 9:30, and then we'll do part 2 tomorrow. Is that good? Y'all hit the 4. Hit the 4. Hit the 4. We got to do part 2 tomorrow. We got to get through this one because this one is good. I like the Mademoiselle and her candid ability to deliver information. She's going to cuss like hell, and I'm here for it. Hit the 4. Hit the 4. We got to do part 2 tomorrow. Y'all want part 2 tomorrow? We got to do it tomorrow. Hit the 4. Make sure you all hit the like button on this because I'm not playing. Tavares isn't either. Tavares is like, we won't let it up club to keep covering Umar the Oompa Loompa. Damn it. Hit the like button. For the sake of Tavares, my fantastic mind, y'all better hit that damn like button, or Tavares will be very unhappy. We're going to have a part 2 tomorrow. Hit the like button because we got to cut it at 9:30, y'all, because we got to stay on point because I got to go to the office tomorrow. But yes, one day I will be able to do this full time. And Umar, I will go ham on your ass. Do you understand me? You let me have hours to go ham in on Umar. I'm scorching his ass. When I say scorch, I'm ethering his soul. That level scorch. You give me more time to do this, I'm going to ether his soul. Like he's going to be like, I have nothing left. Lady Luck Club just suck that. And then the Sandman came and knocked me the hell out. Oh, he's so stupid. Y'all, we gonna get it in. We gonna finish it up to 9:30. Let's go. Let's go.
The family saw fit to clarify that is number one. Obviously, I'm a Garveyite, a Pan-Africanist, the revolutionary. You know, I very much believe in the sacredness of black skin. So that's probably the primary reason. But I also believe strongly, Queen Mother, that the reason why you have this family that has thousands of people in it, very well organized, with the president and secretary and all of that, and they all know me. They've all met me. I've been to the reunion since I was a little kid, and none of them saw fit to clarify my relationship to Frederick Douglass to the public. And I really believe, Queen Mother, that had a lot to do with light skin supremacy. Now, everybody in the family isn't light. Okay, it's a very large family, got dark people and all of that. But when you look at the movers and shakers, when you look at the people who put things together, who organizes the family reunion, my biological father, they're light skinned. I don't look like them phenotypically.
Huh?
And I really believe that one of the reasons why they never, because they could have ended that early. They could have said, yeah, he's related, story over. They never did. And I believe a lot of that had to do with the fact that I don't have the complexion for protection within that family. So that's just a little story of mine that, you know, illustrates the light skin supremacy that I think played a role in that whole, is he related to Frederick Douglass or not? That could have been easily dealt with, clearly dealt with. You know, that shouldn't have took a day.
Oh,
but it did,
dear Lord.
because I didn't have the complexion for protection within the family. And of course, the political ideology didn't make it any easier.
Terrence Bailey, a known confirmed relative of the late great Frederick Douglass, has been on Umar's neck for a couple of years. And as you can see and read, he puts his statement up there about Umar.
Declaration from the elders of the Bailey family disowning Umar Johnson.
Umar, you're not related. Frederick Douglass is not the grandpappy. You can't make me stop. What is this idiot? We got to do a Maury show on this. Are y'all ready for the DNA test results? Let me hear you say yeah. Hit the 4. Say yeah. In the verdict of Umar Johnson, Oompa Loompa, and Frederick Douglass, great grandpappy, Frederick Douglass, wait for it, is, hold for suspense, not the grandpappy. Oh, Lord, I know it. I knew it. You lied to me. You owe me so much money in child support. You can't make this up. You are not the grandpappy. Umar, how do you feel? Come tell us how you feel. Sit down. And he's in the backstage. Oh no. He never told me. Oh God. Umar, you full of shit. Yeah, I know, right? Chance throws, runs out, curls up, crying. Auntie. Oh man. Oh Lord have mercy. Umar, how do you feel right now? We know Frederick Douglass is not related to you. The DNA test don't lie. How you feeling right now? I just think it's white supremacy. They after me. You're white, Maury. I knew I couldn't trust the DNA test results. Are not 100% accurate. They're only like 99.9999999%. But it's not 100, Maury. You got to do it again. Prick my blood, Maury. Take my blood. Oh, Lord have mercy. Take my blood. Run the test again. You got to do it again, Maury. Go back. We're going back to the judge tomorrow. Umar, you stupid ass. You can't stop. I've never seen anybody try to force themselves into somebody's genetics in all my life. You want to force yourself to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass. You're trying to force that. Leave them alone. Leave them alone, Umar. You're not genetically related to them. You have been DNA tested. Science says no. DNA does not lie. DNA said, kick rocks. You're not related. You're just an idiot. Oh, God.
An unverified disgrace to the family name. Terrence Bailey Sr. speaking on behalf of the Bailey family elders. Sunday, June 19, 2016. To Umar Johnson and whom else it may concern. I speak the following declarations under the authority given to me and on behalf of the elders of the Bailey family, many of whom are in their 70s and 80s and have rich memories of my family's history. Since the Civil War, a Bailey family member had Bailey family, many of whom are in their 70s and 80s and have rich memories of my family's history. Since the Civil War, a Bailey family member has served in every American war, with several being awarded the Purple Heart among other awards. The Bailey family also produced the nation's first African-American sergeant major. The Bailey family, myself included, have a rich history of service to this country. The Bailey men are protectors, honorable, and selfless men who believe in service and sacrifice. Umar Johnson, you claim to be a Bailey, but you do not exhibit any of these traits. I am a verified descendant of Perry Bailey, January 4th, 1813, August 18th, 1880. The firstborn of Harriet Bailey, the mother of Frederick Douglass. Umar Johnson, by claiming to be a Bailey, you have brought dishonor to my family's name, a family in which you are not a part of. In a phone conversation with you recently, effectively asked you why the wisdom of the elders, I respectfully asked you why the wisdom of the elders was not consulted before using the family name in what has become a personal money-making scheme on your part.
Yes, say it. This is a way for Umar to make money. He's a scammer. He's like related to everybody. I'm surprised he's not trying to find a way to be related to MLK. Why Frederick Douglass and not MLK or Malcolm X? He wants us to go back to the civil rights. It would be very hard for him to say, I'm a descendant of MLK. He still has relatives alive that are like, hell no, you're not. You can't make this up. And look at the people he's picking to where he thinks that the descendants of Frederick Douglass would not do a genetic tracing. They have a whole foundation and everything. They have money, time, and energy to put in and invest into a genetic tracing. They know exactly how they're linked genetically. They have done DNA tests, genetics testing. They've done all of that. They've traced their lineage, their family tree, done history, kept up with photos and all kinds of things. He thinks he can just weasel his way in it. That's not how the hell this works. You are not the great grandpappy. And he's doing this to make himself seem more important than he really is. Why is it not enough to simply be the son of Barbara Shoemake? Why is that not enough? I want to know, Umar, why is it not enough for you to simply be the son of Barbara Shoemake? Shouldn't that be sufficient? You should be confident in yourself and love yourself and your family enough to where being the son of Barbara Shoemake, a kid from Philly wanting to open a school, is just as admirable as being the descendant of Frederick Douglass. You're putting your own family history down. You're showing people that you don't like your own genetics, your own DNA, your own family history. You don't like your own descendants. And you're willing to disown all of that to try to sit here and lie about being related to Frederick Douglass. Because simply being the son of Barbara Shoemake is not enough for you. It's not good enough. You're the bum. Your family isn't. You, Umar, are the bum. You're the one that refuses to get a job, take care of your kids, get married, show people that you can be faithful and committed to one woman. You can't even do that. And you put your whole family down trying to claim relation to Frederick Douglass, despite them telling you to stop, shut the hell up, kick rocks, leave us alone, leave our name out your mouth, stop lying. Done DNA testing and everything. Just so you can weaponize that to make more money. You're not a descendant and you still cannot open this school. You can't even get the Umar Tardians to establish a website for FDMG. Why in the hell would you think that the descendants of Frederick Douglass would want your dumb ass to claim relation to them? Where you're sitting here 7 years later talking about FDMG is going to open. We waxed the floors. They're sitting back like, man, we done went to the military, came back, got married, had a kid, bought a house, car, and everything else, got a whole education. While his dumb ass is still sitting here talking about trying to open up a damn bando into a school. But can't do his taxes properly to show how he spent the money. You're a bum. They wouldn't want your ass even if you were genetically related, to which you're not. Leave them alone. It's not working for you. And we're going to keep playing these videos and putting out the truth for however long it takes. And we don't give a damn. Because, Umar, you're the liar. I love my family. I'm proud of my father. He was an entrepreneur. He worked for himself. And he taught me about life. He taught me about how to carry myself as a woman and what men wanted, to conduct myself as a young lady. Things to look out for. And he protected me. He took care of me. He did all that a father could do and some. While Umar evaded being his actual parent and a father to 3 of his own kids that he is genetically related to. A court of law had to tell this idiot, you are the father, and here's how much you have to pay in child support. You think that the descendants of Frederick Douglass want you to be related to them when you're dodging child support? When you can't even take care of your own child? And yet you want to talk about snow bunnies never, and Frederick Douglass married a white woman. Why, if you don't kick rocks, they don't want to be related to that shit.
Asked you about your academic credentials, which the public has rightfully questioned. You have not verified any of your academic credentials to any of your supporters. I also asked you about your alleged lineage in my family.
I hope they do.
Your answers were insufficient at best and internet-based research at worst. The next day, you referred to at best and internet-based research at worst. The next day, you referred to me as a flunky on your Facebook page.
Wow.
But you didn't answer my question. After speaking with you and reading your reference to me as a flunky, my concerns and suspicions increased dramatically. As I did more research into your many disgraceful controversies, your wrongs have been many, and dishonor of the Bailey family name and lineage can no longer be tolerated. You promote racial division and hatred. This is neither the character of the Bailey family nor Frederick Douglass. Our family fought against racial hatred and slavery. Our family inspired the civil rights movement. Our family does not represent the racial division and hatred which you so arrogantly, new word, look that up, note to self, speech after speech all around the country. The school district of Philadelphia recently banned you from speaking at their schools, and I congratulate them. I bet others follow the same wise decision to end your divisive hate speeches. No sense in the school, bus trip, tour, or anywhere else.
Sorry.
Fought against racial hatred and slavery. Our family inspired the civil rights movement. Our family does not represent the racial division and hatred which you so arrogantly, new word, look that up, note to self, speech after speech all around the country. The school district of Philadelphia recently banned you from speaking at their schools, and I congratulate them. I bet others follow the same wise decision to end your divisive hate speeches. No sensible person should trust you with their money or children in the school, bus trip, tour, or anywhere else. You are not only a racist hate monger, you seem to disrespect and also hate women. And the black media does too.
This was a huge controversy because it's like, nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, but also it's one of those things where it's just like, you can't just go around saying you are related to a
I don't know
huge controversy because it's like, nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, but also it's one of those things where it's just like, you can't just go around saying you are related to an icon when the icon's descendants still exist and then prove that what you're saying is a whole crock of caca.
Exactly. We're going to pause it right there. Because I got to get ready for the next live. But tomorrow we're going to finish this up. I'll schedule the live at 7. Yeah. It's for 7. Do it more reasonable because we got to finish this. I want to go back over that part again. I don't know if it's just me or if it's happened on both everybody's end where the sound kind of goes in and out. Don't know what's happening, but I'm going to have to reboot and get ready for the 9:30. But we're going to finish this up. And as a matter of fact, we're going to pick up where, this letter with Uncle Mo and everything starts off. We'll start at this point tomorrow because I really want to reemphasize the fact that Frederick Douglass, Umar Johnson is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. And Frederick Douglass' descendants are tired of him lying about this. It's so stupid. It's a dumb lie. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, we have we had to get our Maury Parvik on, but we got it in. Yeah, they should sue him, Jim. I saw your question. They should sue him because this has been, man, that letter came out in 20. When was this? 2016. It's 2026. 10 years later, Umar Johnson is still lying about being a descendant of Frederick Douglass. He's not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. This was done Sunday, June 19th, 2016. It'll be coming up literally on 10 years in 2 days. Today is June 17th. June 19th will make 20 years. 10 years. 10 years. 10 whole years, a decade, where the descendants of Frederick Douglass has been telling Umar Johnson to kick rocks and stop lying on our name. 10 years, and he's still lying. And somehow you got the Umar Tardians that think that the Frederick Douglass descendants owe Umar Johnson this favor. They don't owe him shit. They don't have to agree about him lying about this. So they should sue him. It's been 10 years. He's not going to stop until they sue him. They need to sue him. It's been 10 years. Have a blessed night, all my Kundalinis and my Black Light Woods. I appreciate you all. Hit that like button on the way out. Tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m., part 2. And then, of course, we'll do Candice again. But I appreciate you all. If you can join me in the next live, please do so. If not, I will see you all tomorrow. And until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.